not be far behind. May we meet again.
This is going to be a highly condensed account of my first couple sessions in the Elden Ring DLC for my friends who are also playing or have just played. I'm late to the party, but I went in as blind as one can go in. From the start, I really like the aesthetics and the vibes. It reminds me a lot of Dark Souls 3 and kind of the dark and moody but also beautiful nature of this first area. At least I'm interested to see how much that's going to change, or if it changes. I have no idea how big the map is yet. I've only been in this first area so far, so like most people, I assume, took left wall strats, found this guy, and it didn't go well. But it didn't take me too many tries. I think I counted as I was splicing up the video. I think it was about 6 or 7 tries it took me with this guy. But there was a break in there. I do some exploring. That vacuum slice he does, it comes out so quickly. Yeah, so this is when I decided to take a break. Came over to see this guy. It also did not go well. So at this moment, I'm thinking, alright, the only thing I've heard is that this thing is very difficult, this DLC. And yeah, I was like, okay, they're right. This is very hard. And then I turned on Souls Vet mode, and I just started cheesing stuff. I found this cheese right here on this guy, and I almost killed him completely with it, but I couldn't allow myself to go the full way. I think I back off right here, and then he cheats. Hills up. I immediately regretted not ending his life right there, but still worked out for me that same round that I cheesed him. He flies up comically high for some reason when you do that giant hunt move over by that altar. Found that funny. I was feeling good after I took that guy out. Decided to go back, take this guy on, and it went better, much better the second time. I'm pretty much rolling a dexterity build right now. It's not a very good build, to be honest. It's not optimized for anything, but I do have 60 dex, and then everything else is spread out very evenly. So I have a lot of health and I have a lot of dex, and everything else is spread out. So nothing super OP or optimal, but I'm enjoying it, and I've been using like this great shield quite a bit. I don't use shields much in any of the Souls games, but I've grown accustomed to the comfort of being able to hide behind my great shield. I think I'm going to make myself change that next time, actually. This whole stretch right here I loved because it did the thing that my second playthrough of Elden Ring, which I did just before entering this DLC, I gained a new love for Elden Ring because it made me think of the other FromSoft games so much. Like this area right here with the scorpions hanging down. It reminded me of Murgo's Loft in the Nightmare of Mensis in Bloodborne. And this is from my first Bloodborne playthrough. And yeah, that area in Elden Ring reminded me a lot of this area, which made me happy because I love Bloodborne. And then just past that, this reminded me of, can you guess it? You see it? The Nexus in Demon's Souls.
Oh, what?
I love Elden Ring for that. I feel like it's almost like, oh, and then this right here. What does this make you think of? How about this same little setup in DS3? I know it's not a big deal, but it makes me really happy because I love From Software games. And anytime that Elden Ring makes me think of one of the previous ones, I go, my guy, thanks, man. That makes me happy inside. It's like, I guess it's fan service, but it's wonderful. I love it. These golden goats made me very happy. I was kind of mad that I killed the other one before he got to do his roll around, and then his buddy got payback on me. I gave the giant golden roller goats 10 out of 10. This guy, I really liked him. I really liked that guy. Oh, and then I had the typical From Software moment of realizing I had circled back all the way around to the beginning. And I stopped right here, and I think I audibly said, I'm having a real nice time. This was a very cool moment right here. So I had stopped just to take in the visual of this guy, right? So I'm just hanging out, and then he does this firework display and burned down the tent I was on. And I was really excited. I thought that was really cool. I was not expecting it. I was kind of in panic mode, but also like, holy hell, that was really cool. And it proceeded to continue being both frantic and cool until I died. But that was a very enjoyable moment. Made me like those guys more. And then it was actually the 4th of July while I was playing during this session, so I did my own little fireworks show. And then I can't be the only one that did this. Came up to this fog, ready to kick some ass. All the buffs, ready to go. Get the gear right. Let's do it. And nothing. It's kind of comical how long it took me to believe and accept that it was not a boss tour. I even went back to check one more time. Oh man. I found that too funny to be sitting here watching myself play games. This guy was good. I think it took me 4 or 5 tries. My first attempt was very good. And then I had a few bad ones. That was kind of a theme, a pattern with all the tougher opponents that I faced in the DLC. This Ensper Rapier, which does Scarlet Rot, and then the Guardian Sword Spear. Kind of my 1-2 combo that I used through most of the base game. Tough for me to use other things, but I did expand my horizons a bit later on. Picked up some new weapons, and did some testing. Planning on using some of the DLC stuff in my next session, which I think I'm going to the Shadow Keep next. I haven't started that at all. Yeah, I think I choke somewhere in here soon on this first attempt against this guy. Yep. And then after that, it was a barrage of his moon attack. Yeah, this thing. Just getting murdered by that a few times until I finally got the timing down. The music in this DLC, both the ambient music and the boss music, has been really good so far. So a shout out to my friend Cody, who told me to make sure I turn that on, because I usually just leave the music off. I prefer to not have it in the base game when I'm exploring. I like it better when I just feel, I don't know, just a solitary wanderer. No ambient music to break the immersion, but in this DLC, it's worked for some reason. I've liked it. I think it's slightly better than in the base game. I thought for sure that this turtle would hold some type of secret. It was just too hidden in amongst these, I don't know, pimple head boys. They're like extremely angry, acne, jisms. I don't even know. This reminded me of Dark Souls 3 as well. Specifically the basement of the Painted World area. Also like that weapon a lot, the Bloody Helix. Oh, this was me testing the Sekiro parry, which is awesome. It's not quite game breaking just because it doesn't last long enough, but it's really fun. Kind of crazy that they put it in. I read it and I was like, is that a Sekiro parry? And then when I tried it, it was even better than I thought it would be. Oh yeah, and then in testing that guy, picked this up, immediately leveled that up, and came back to have a spin-off, which was quite fun. And this is my first attempt with the Divine Beast Dancing Lion, so I think I'll just let it play with no commentary. And that's how close I was to one-shotting this guy, which I'm actually thankful that I didn't do, because I did not appreciate the gimmick, if you want to call it that. I don't say that in a bad way. I liked this boss a lot. I thought he was very cool, and my subsequent tries after that first one, I appreciated his different weather changing effects more and more. I wouldn't say he was a tough fight, but difficulty is so relative in these games, just depending on what level you come in at and what your loadout is. Like if your gear just happens to match really well with the boss to take him out easy, or if it's exactly the opposite, like, you know, one person's easy mode can be another person's 2-hour, you know, slog fest. I was reminded of that fact when I logged into Dark Souls 3 to get that little clip of the guys at the well, and my character on there was standing in the Abyss Watchers arena, but in the later game when you can go back and fight Hawkwood. I was like, okay, I'll smack this guy real quick and then go do what I need to do. He killed me like 7 times in a row. It was extremely difficult. Kind of humbling actually, but I'm confident that before this DLC is over that some boss will break my personal record for most attempts ever. I think either Melania or Lawrence from Bloodborne holds that right now. We'll see if that holds up after this DLC is over. Okay, I think that's it. I might do live commentary next time in the Shadow Keep. One of my friends said that was his favorite area in the DLC, I think, so pretty stoked about it. What's your favorite game?
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. Okay. What is this game called right here?
Elden Ring.
I've been playing Elden Ring while you've been playing Dark Souls, haven't you?
Yeah.
This is pretty fun times.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of Dark Souls?
The dragon.
The dragon?
Yes.
You talking about the dragon booties?
Yes.
Those that jump up high in the air?
Yes.
Where do they live?
They live multiple places and warfare.
In the lava. Yeah, you're right. Who do you like to go see in the dark place?
Snaky guy.
Snaky guy. What does he do?
He spits us out.
Yeah, he spits you out. Yeah. Do you like to touch the painting?
Yes.
Where does it take you when you touch the painting?
To a magic one.
Magic World? What's it look like?
It looks like it has so many in it.
It has zombies in it.
Yeah.
What kind of weather has it got in it?
It has snow.
What about the big lady on the couch? What do you think about her?
Yes.
What about her?
We kept it up there.
Can't get up there. You're really good at getting on those elevators, though. And when you go down the elevator, what do you see?
I see the big giants.
Those giants down there? What do they do? Sometimes they do funny stuff. What did they do that time?
They hit us. They push us out. They push us.
Off the stairs?
Yeah.
Pushed you off the stairs one time?
Yeah.
It was pretty funny, though.
Yeah. And you said, out he knelt. Now he said nice. And that was so fun.
Thanks. This has been a great interview.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you.